Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, July 8, 2016 at 1:56 a.m. in Birmingham. Topic: what is your flashpoint? Have you reached it? Part 2, final part. And again, the end times are no longer coming, they're here. So you'll see me quit saying are coming, and you'll start hearing me say they're here. Between today and November, Obama will do something he really wants bad to do. I know two of the three things, and I know the third, but I'm not going to mention it because I don't know. I just don't think that'll happen. At least I hope not. Number one, he wants badly to tell you that we have visitors. He wants to leak that information so bad he cannot stand it. He has nothing else he can leave our country. Nothing. So if he can finally open his mouth and say, okay, they're here, then prove it, And but what about the radical Islamic terrorist that's here in America? Could he actually call for a rise of? Could he do something that he'd have to call martial law for? That's the two of the three. And I'm going to skip the three because I just am. But we may be in real trouble. But thank God for the Second Amendment. When the flashpoint has been reached by all the citizens of the United States will finally speak up loud and clear. Then from their cries, the militia, every armed man and woman, will get up, load up, and go straight into those whose intent it is to hurt this country. And that will be the rise of the radical Islamic terrorist. And so I ask you, would that be your flashpoint? No army, no military, no one will stop these who have reached their flashpoint. And in part, a large part of the military is going to join. You know that. They're not going to fight against us. And most of the cops will join, and they're not going to fight against us. I say against us, against all those who will band together for the better of this country. And but this is why Trump will come, probably to prevent these things and to aid those who fight for Americans' recovery, and then stop aiding those who hate America. Clearly, Trump will end that practice. And one of the first phone calls that he will make, it will be the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, and tell him clearly, we got your back. And we'll have their back until the day that we can't. Because the Bible does say that in the end, Israel will not have anyone on her side. No country will come to the aid of my people. The Bible clearly says that. Doesn't mean that your heart, my heart is not with them. My prayers aren't with them. It's just that physically we're not there with guns. And but sadly, worse things than that can happen. When I say worse things, I don't mean it that way. But let's talk about, and I'm talking about Brexit. When Britain exited the EU, they did start a ball rolling there. They did start a chain reaction. And I said 2 weeks ago there was 12 other nations or countries that signed up. Yeah, there's more than that now. And not even that, we had one senator in our own state here in Alabama said, but not only that, he said, Alabama, we want to petition America to get out of the the UN. Bravo for him. And but the Britain exiting the EU, could that have other implications? I think it could. You remember reading or hearing Babylon has fallen, Babylon has fallen? Don't you think that'd put a fracture in the foundation of the EU? And the last world leader will be the Babylon. And it still says that the seat will be temporarily in Iraq. And they're still working on building Babylon back the way it was when Nimrod was in control. And where's Nimrod? They got him. So how many people aren't praying today just because Obama stood up and said, America is no longer a Christian nation? Number one, not one Christian believed him. We knew that. We know it today. But how many people, because of that, because of the threats against American Christians, rather than those who cause for the demise of America, why is Obama protecting them over us? It is us who are called the terrorists. Let me tell you something else that you probably don't know. Well, I say you probably all may know, but there's two facts, and both of them are really bad. One, there's over 1,200 people each day, daily now, 1,200 kill themselves. And they're all ex-military guys. Every day, 1,200 of our men kills themselves. The war heroes, our soldiers. This country doesn't stand by them anymore, thanks to Obama. And who else goes missing every day? 2,000 people, not including those I just spoke of. 2,000 people go missing every single day in the United States. Many will be found. Many will stay missing by their own choosing, by their own will. And many are taken, raped, sold, and are killed, as in trafficking of humans. That's why I threw that thing up on Facebook recently, twice. It's got a dark web in Facebook where your child can watch something and actually hide it from you. You can't go and view the latest places they looked at. There's ways around that now. And those kids are smart. A lot of people that are in the rings, 2 rings broken up 3 weeks apart, here in Alabama on Highway 280, the youngest was 13 years old, and that was 3 weeks ago. 13, 14, 15, and 16 years of age. And there's a number of them. And then day before yesterday, there's several more ages 14, 15, and 16. These are young girls. And you know how the younger ones got there? Facebook. Got friendly, talked to somebody, liked what he said, planned to meet him, and then never went back home. Instead, they're out here on Highway 280 being sold as prostitutes or sold for cash and moved to other places. 2,000 people every day. How many of them are your daughters or your young sons are going to leave until you pray over them, you watch over them, and you get rid of some trash on the internet if you have to delete it? That's what's pulling them off the dark web. It is the 3D revolution of sex. That's exactly what they're calling it. And you go on SKYWATCH TV and you can watch a woman. Reba is her first name. I can't think of her last name. She tells you the whole story, where to find it, how to get rid of it. But she's on there twice. And look on my last blog, not the past one, but the one before that, and I have her name on it. So look at that one, you'll find her name. Look, guys, trouble is coming. The lucky ones, the ones who are saved, are going to be snatched out. You don't want to be left behind, and please don't. Take care of your family today, and all of you get snatched out. Jody Wolf Expoz.